give to Grace Lutheran Church because we love Grace Lutheran Church. It's been our church home our whole married life. Our kids were baptized here, and it's just a huge and important part of our lives. So we give to support all of the fabulous ministries that go on here at Grace.
Giving affects multiple people. Both the giver and the receiver share in the experience. To me, the more joy to go around, the better.
We at Grace have a theme, a slogan of sorts that we live under. That theme is living the gift. By that, what we mean is that we live the gift which God has given us. Our God is this generous God who provides for us all the things that we need for life. And particularly, God provides for us salvation. Well, we live that gift in our everyday lives by the way in which we care for one another and the way we care for the world.
I believe that all organizations need money and volunteers to be successful.
God has been good to me in many, many ways.
When I think about stewardship, I think of the gospel story of the 10 lepers whom Jesus healed. Only one of them returned to say thank you, and that stuck with me. So I think of stewardship in a couple ways. It's our expression of thanks for the many blessings we enjoy in our lives, and it's our expression of commitment to the life of our congregation. We simply would not be able to do the things that we do to carry out the mission of our church without that commitment.
When you put the Lord first, everything else falls in place, and you will always have enough.
In response to the question of why giving is important, God's light shines only when I share it with others. Gifts of time and talent and financial support have been given to me to share with others. The sharing of these gifts is a great blessing to me. I like to think both God and I are sharing a smile or a hug.
Giving is a very individual part of our faith. We donate time, money, special skills we have, and in that process, we do it because we believe in something that has meaning. People give from their resources, and they do more than just talk about faith. They live their faith. Going far beyond what we speak, our actions convey a deep part of our faith. And in the process, it changes our hearts, our minds, and our lives are changed through our giving. My mother used to say, give what you have to help others, and don't expect anything in return. Do it because it's the right thing to do, and God will see you shine brightly.
My family and I give to the church because it's the right thing to do. It supports our pastor and our staff, it supports our congregation, and it reflects our love for our congregation and for the ministries that we do here.
There are two parts to every stewardship campaign. The one part is what we've been thinking about, and that's why do we give? And there are many reasons why we give, and all of them are excellent reasons. It's good to know why we give. But the other part of the equation is what should we give? How much? You know, when I was a beginning pastor up in North Dakota, we had conversations around that with the stewardship committee, and they were really in a time when they wanted to raise a particular amount of money. And so they said, well, you know, we need to tell people what they ought to give. And some said, well, we should tell people the tithe, you know, give 10%. And finally, one person just said, well, you know, what we really need to tell people is they need to give until it hurts. I think what he really meant was they need to give until they felt it. And of course, everyone there thought, well, yeah, that's a really good idea. We need to really push that commitment. But there was this one wise man who sat there and said, well, wait a minute. I beg to differ. You know, I think what we need to do is tell people to give until it feels good. And that's the thing I'd like for you to consider. Do you feel good about what you're giving? Do you feel good about the way in which you are passing on the gifts that God has given you? Do you give until it feels good? I hope so.